Welcome back by a new video on my channel. Today I saw something in my Twitter feed that didn't surprise me at all. It was this man that shot 2 climate activists in Panama, and I was thinking by myself, it was just a question of time when something like this happened. I've seen so many protesters just blocking roads, frustrating people, making people angry, people that go to work, people that need to be somewhere, and you blocking the roads. And there were already like a couple fist fights and people that got angry, and stuff is happening in every single country, and people just had enough, and this guy had enough and he shot 2 climate activists. And I'm not saying this is a good thing, this is a really tragic thing that just happened, and both of them died because of this. And it's just something that could have been avoided if the police instead interfered and actually, moved the protesters from the road. The job the police should actually be doing. Everyone could go to their work and do the thing they were doing in their life, and not 2 people would have been dead. But instead of that, we have a tragic story of 2 protesters dying and old man shooting them. Obviously, I don't know what is gonna happen to this old dude. There are some rumors which I cannot confirm that it was like self-defense because one of the protesters was pretty aggressive. Obviously, that's speculation. But if this 77-year-old gets any prison sentence, it would not be a weird thing that he is not going to sit it out because he's 77. That is why some old people don't really give a shit and they're savage as hell, because they don't have any time left. Like, life in prison for a man like that doesn't mean too much because he's 77. I think the average life expectancy in the USA is around that age, so he really doesn't seem to give a shit anymore, which is kind of savage honestly. But this is a really tragic story. Obviously this could be easily avoided if the police was involved in this situation, but I'm just not surprised because every single country right now seems to have protesters like this that block the road for some reason. And I've seen already so many videos of people getting angry and people fighting them, so I'm not surprised that one person actually shoots them. It was only like a matter of time before something like this happened, and now it happened. Obviously the best solution could have been that the police, would have removed the protesters and nobody, got shot, and that would be like a dream scenario. But now we have this tragic story. 77-year-old lawyer and professor with a citizenship in the US and Panama has been arrested for shooting 2 protesters that blocked the road. The video of the encounter has since gone viral on social media. That's correct, I've seen it everywhere. A lot of people are talking about it, and there are like 2 camps. The one camp is saying this is horrible, and the other camp is saying, this is not surprising at all. We have been saying this for months. The protesters are getting more annoying and annoying. We just want to go to our work. This is not a surprise at all. It was just a matter of time, and I can understand both sides because obviously 2 people just passed away. But on the other side, this is not a surprise at all. A lot of people have been saying this for a long time, and the protesters are getting more annoying. And it just takes one person that just had enough, that just wanted to go to work or needed to go to something, and you have then the protesters just blocking the road, and you just had enough and did something like this. So I'm not surprised by this entire situation. This obviously is a really tragic event. I don't know what is going to happen to this man that just shot 2 people in a strange country. Obviously we still need to know more about the story, more details, if the protesters actually were aggressive against him and it was self-defense, or it wasn't. Who really knows at this moment? Obviously there are strong opinions about this. We have people that are saying this is horrible and this should have never happened. I think everyone actually agrees with that, but obviously this is not surprising. I've said this many times. I've seen this coming for a long time. And just imagine you're a guy that needs to go to something important, like a job interview or something that is really important in your life, and you see the protesters blocking the road and you cannot go to that. That obviously would be really annoying, and I understand why someone would just get so angry and mad and a protester. So this situation obviously is something that a lot of people saw coming. Me as well, like I definitely thought about this. Obviously it needs to be one person that had enough. Some side note as well, you can actually find the footage of this man shooting the protester, and I'm not recommending, you know, you going to watch that, but if you're interested, you just can find it on Twitter. Everything is on Twitter nowadays, and for obvious reasons I'm not going to show that. I don't need to explain why. And there obviously are two camps right now. One camp is saying a cold hard murderer, and the other is saying, you know, the protesters got what they deserve. I'm kind of in the middle. Obviously this is a really tragic story, and I feel bad for like the family of the people that, you know, got killed. Obviously it's a horrible thing that just happened, but this obviously could have been avoided. First of all, this is just building up in a lot of people, so I honestly would not be surprised if something like this happened again, because a lot of people have just enough, and they have been saying this for a long time. If you see like videos of protesters, you know, blocking roads, and just look at the comments, they're all negative and saying, I hate protesters, I had enough of them. So it's obviously just building up all that anger and frustration. I can see both sides. I try to be like neutral, obviously, you know, but having said all of that, what are your thoughts about this situation? Leave it in the comment section. Press the like button if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, you know, help the algorithm and all that, and I will see you next video.